3% of the world.
Hello and good afternoon to us all. Thank you very much for tuning in to the HR Roundtable, proudly brought to you by the HR Certification Center. My name is Kwabena Nyameche Dapa. I'm the Marketing Manager at the HR Certification Center, and I will be your host for today's event. I can see a lot of comments in the comment section. I would love to read them before I even set off. see one from Christiana. She said, I'm right here waiting for the host to start the meeting. Yes, we have started. So do well to invite your friends and your colleagues. Tell them the HR Roundtable is live on LinkedIn and we're also live on YouTube. Benjamin says, seated and waiting patiently. Doreen says, all set for the training. Right. And I get one too from Marte, Felix Marte. He says, how do I mute myself? You don't need to mute or mute yourself. You're okay right where you are. Who do I have here? I have Richard says patiently waiting, and Angela says I always miss this. I'm excited for joining today. Great, Angela. We are excited you are here too. We are also excited to have you. Marty Felix, you can only. Okay. I think you're responding to someone. A boy says seated. Clara says, almost missed. Thanks, Clara. Glad you are here and you didn't miss. Have Clara again says, good afternoon from Red Accra. Great. Thank you for joining in, Clara. Jasmine says, good to be here. Kudos. Thank you. Thank you that you are here as well. And I have Isaac says, I'm seated and waiting patiently. Right. Thank you all for joining and sitting patiently for us to set off. We set off at exactly 4 o'clock. We do well to stay right within our time. And I'm glad today that I didn't even start the session and a lot of comments are coming through. I'm sure that this topic is one that a lot of people are interested in, and I'm sure to get a lot of conversations running today. So, as I said, this is the HR Roundtable, your most authoritative HR discourse online. And today we'll be speaking on hybrid work management. I know that hybrid work management, working from home, has become very prominent. And okay, sorry. Okay, right. Let's go in for a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
International companies prefer certified professionals because they tend to be committed to higher standards and ethics and maintain an informed intercultural competency. Whether you're seeking to build a career or to upgrade your HR professional career, you need to get trained and certified at the HR Certification Center today. Our experience in training and certifying HR professionals is unparalleled. We're trusted to offer a comprehensive portfolio of advanced professional credentials for the HR professionals worldwide, and today, more than 500,000 HR professionals worldwide in 125 plus countries proudly maintain our credentials as a mark of higher professional distinction. HR Certification Center. Call or WhatsApp today on 0244 122 855.
Right. Thank you very much for staying tuned in. As I was saying, the traditional notion of work culture has evolved, making concepts like working from home, hybrid working, and popular. Companies are now placing emphasis on performance based evaluations rather than physical evidence. Today, we want to discuss hybrid work and its management. And taking us through, or our guest for today, is one that those who have been following HR Certification Center keenly already know, but I'll do a quick introduction of her and then we'll set right into today's discussion. So she's a highly accomplished HR professional with close to 2 decades of experience across various industries. Throughout her career, she has demonstrated her expertise in HR management with telecommunications, media, shipping, NGOs, and in the financial sectors. She holds an MBA in Human Resource Management. Her commitment to continuous professional development is evident as she earned the prestigious title of a Senior Professional in Human Resources International from HRCI, which is the Human Resource Certification Institute in Virginia, USA, adding to her academic prowess. She possesses an LLB from GIMPA, which showcases set, her diverse skill set and ability to navigate legal aspects related to the HR field or HR matters. In recognition of her outstanding contribution to the HR profession, she was honored as one of the top 40 HR practitioners in Ghana by HR Focus. Beyond her corporate endeavors, she's an entrepreneur at heart. She runs H4 Factor Limited, a successful HR solutions firm that supports businesses with tailored and effective HR strategies. Her entrepreneurial spirit and business acumen have allowed her to make a positive impact on various organizations, helping them to build efficient and people centric workplaces. Aside from her successful career, she is a person of diverse interests. She runs the Takwa Foundation, an NGO dedicated to offering support to the underprivileged in society. She also has a profound love for farming. Alongside her work and her passion for humanity and agriculture, she believes in finding joy in every aspect of her life and makes time for having fun and ensuring a balanced and fulfilling lifestyle. She is blessed with a happy family, or she is happily married and cherishes her role as a parent, finding joy and fulfillment in her family life. Within with an exceptional track record, remarkable qualification, and a well rounded personality, she continues to inspire and make a significant impact in the HR field, shaping better workplaces and fostering positive work culture wherever she goes. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest for today, Yvonne Redu Akpabli, aka Ama Adiepena. Auntie Ama,
Yes,
you are welcome.
indeed. Abna Ubeniachi. Once you mention that name, I need to give you the accolade it comes with
Sharp,
because it's
sharp, sharp,
very
sharp.
dear to my heart. Thank you very much. I didn't know it was me that you were talking about plenty, plenty. It feels good anyway. And thank
You're a
you very
big
much
woman.
to your participants to this afternoon session. I look
Yeah.
forward to enjoying myself and imparting knowledge as usual. Thank you, Kwabna.
Thank you to Auntie Amma. So let me quickly add that this section seeks to be very interactive, even though you cannot be able to add your contribution in terms of voice, you can just add in terms of text. So you can drop your questions in the comment section, and I'll do well to share with our guests and should give very authoritative responses to them. So do well to do that and share the link. Let someone join in and let them learn something. Right. So, Auntie Amma,
Yeah.
hybrid work, I dare say that post COVID, hybrid work has become very popular. It has become prominent amongst work culture. I know these things used to exist, but I think COVID made them very prominent,
To the
and
full.
workplaces are trying to juggle whether to do it, whether not to do it. But why do you think that it has become prevalent in our workplaces?
So earlier, there were certain jobs that people thought you can't do at home. Typical one is banking. You can't bank from home. But when COVID happened and we were all forced to stay out of work and be at home, and at the same time, you want the business to run and not collapse,
Yeah.
companies realized that most jobs and the research by they call them stash and stash
Okay.
shows that 85% of jobs can be done remotely.
Mm.
85% of jobs,
85%.
yes, can be done remotely.
Wow.
Right now, Prabna, you are working.
Mm-hmm.
This is your job. You are
Yeah.
in your office at airport. I'm in Tema, and we are
Yeah.
doing this. It's
Yeah.
hybrid. Okay, so hybrid work is just a flexible model of work that supports a blend of being in the office and being in any location to do your work.
Mm.
Okay, so with the COVID, COVID brought that to the fore that
Mm.
work can be done anywhere. Another thing that COVID also blessed us with was that people noticed that we were not having time for the precious things in our lives.
Hmm.
our families, spouses, children, aging parents. Those few 8 days on the average across the world that we were forced to stay home and not go anywhere, we noticed that a lot of people notice that they don't have a support system, because you get up in the morning, you go to work, you come in the evening, they are asleep, you do that.
Yeah.
And then if I'm zooming down on Ghana, Saturday morning, if you are like me, you start off with the funeral service at the church, you change and go for a wedding, you change
I
and go
know,
for the
right?
party, and by the time you get home, they are asleep again. So people
Yeah.
noticed that they had not built relationships with these close family members, that these 8 days you are with them at home, you are not going anywhere.
Hmm.
We are home. You can't even go out because we've been asked to stay home. So if I am not building this relationship, what is the why? Why am I not able to build it? It's because of my job. So
Yeah.
if I'm home and they are home, at least I get to feed two birds with one bread. So why don't I do this? People also realize that this thing called work, 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 that we work and stash money and not enjoy the money, is
Hmm.
not the best. Because when COVID hit, imagine if we had died that day, all the
Hmm.
savings and investments has gone to the drain. You
Yeah.
get, so why
Yeah.
don't I spend some? So I've taken the holidays. I'm in Sogakope, enjoying my green environment, and I'm
Mhm.
working. I'm paying the money myself. Okay. So
Yeah.
all these factors made employees realize that this traditional way of work is not helpful.
Hmm.
So what can we do about it? And so when COVID came and companies also introduced that interface to help people work from home, we all
Mhm.
grabbed it. And I know now there are some companies who want people back in the office 100%, and people are resigning. They are
Yeah.
resigning because of that.
Hmm.
And another research on LinkedIn says that 57% of employees will consider leaving a job if you tell them you want them to be in the office 100%.
Hmm. So,
Yeah.
so what you have been saying, I pick from it that it's very beneficial to the employee, makes you
Mhm.
have the time for yourself, all those things, personal time, building your family life and all that. But do you think it has any drawbacks for the employer? Because you can
It
see that
has
some employers want to have everybody back. Are
it
there some
has
drawbacks?
Kwabena, it has a lot of benefits for the employer as well. If
Hmm.
the staff is burnt out, you won't get any good results from the person. So one
That's true.
advantage of hybrid work is that it increases productivity. It
Yeah.
does increase productivity. If you work from home, I don't know for you, but for me, when I work from home, I notice I work more. One reason, those visitors who will come without appointment, you won't get them again. When the
Hmm.
phone rings and you don't know who is calling, you can decide not to pick because it's your personal phone. Or even if it's
Mhm.
office phone, you know that if it is from the office, then you will pick. If it's not from the office and you don't know the person and you are not in customer service, for example, you may not pick and use that time to concentrate on work. And
Mhm.
then also you understand also that because you are home, and this is for the it's not for the average worker,
Mhm.
but most of the time there's this psychological uh, effect that because I'm home, I want my boss not to think that because I'm home, I'm sleeping or I'm
Yeah.
just relaxing. I want to send results. Okay.
So you tend
And
to do more.
you tend to do more.
Yeah.
Most people will tell you they don't close from their work when they work from home at 5.
Mhm.
The earliest they will close is 6 o'clock. Sometimes they even forget that they have to close because
Hmm.
they are able to juggle the work and other home things together. And then for the employer to, these people also get the work-life balance. They are lively, they get to work, and then you also get yourself a sustainable business and environment. The person is not
Hmm.
using fuel on the road to come to work and go home, so at
Yeah.
least it goes down. And those are some of the things that is making the big companies sustain hybrid work, because the carbon footprint for the West is a serious matter when it comes
Yeah,
to environmental sustainability. So if
yeah,
my people don't come to work and we are able to bring it down a bit, why
yeah.
not?
Conserve energy and all that.
Yes, yes, but there are drawbacks, like you said, and so it's important that managers know how to manage this kind of hybrid
Mm,
teams. One of the drawback is what we refer to as tech exhaustion or technological exhaustion. Work
mm,
from home, you are with your PC and the phone dealing
yeah,
with systems, and so after some time, there's this exhaustion where you just get fed up. You just don't
yeah.
want it anymore. Yes. And meetings are over the platform, discussion is over the platform, the work is
Mhm,
over the platform. Yes. And so with this one, what we say is that the team lead should have intermittent breaks. And then you don't have to put people on full work from home. So
mm,
you don't put an individual on 100% work from home unless the person asks for it. Even with that, create extracurricular activities that will force the person to come out and meet people or
mm.
do certain things without meeting people. And
I
then
think okay, okay. So you yeah, you end it. Yeah.
And then, even with the burnout, the work life balance that hybrid work brings,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we defeat the purpose because there are certain people who are not able to balance it well. For example, if you are working from home, and I'll use myself once again, I get up my normal time that I'll get up for work, but I will use the commuting time to exercise or to pray or to just lie there and relax or help the kids to go to school. Then after that, I bath and wear something that will give me that psychological effect that I am at work. You don't be in pajamas and nightgown. Then I eat my breakfast. By 8, I'm behind my machine. I start working. Every 2 hours, I'll get up for 15 minutes, walk around, do
Mm,
something. Then when it's 12, I'm on break, 1 full hour break. And it is only when I work from home that I'm able to take the 1 hour break.
mm-hmm.
I use part to cook my lunch, eat my lunch, rest, and then come back. Then I continue working. When the kids come back from school, of course, you break and be with them, sort things out, and go and continue like that, still taking my 2 hour break. Then 6 o'clock, I'm done. I switch off my machine, my phone, my office phone.
Yeah,
For the office phone, I switch it off for 1 hour and switch it back on so that if there's an emergency, they will get me. But the
yeah,
computer will not come on again. Some people are not able to do this to create the balance that work from home brings. So they end up working overtime at home and
mm,
still not attending to the family for which they took the work from home. So husband is calling, oh, I'm coming. I just want to finish this report. And you are
yeah.
still there. Mommy, we are home. Yes, I'm coming. Please sit there quietly. Don't make any noise. I'm in a Zoom meeting. Like that. Like that. Then before you see it's 8 o'clock, you couldn't go
Yeah.
to church. You couldn't do any other thing. So that's also one thing that it brings.
It calls for a
There are
lot of discipline.
Yes. There are
Yeah.
also some people who also use that period to do their personal stuff.
Mm,
So the discipline of the employee comes in here. Yes, you are working from home or any location, but the first word is working. So you
yeah.
should do the company's business. That is not the time to go to Makola to do your own rounds and
Very
do
right.
your own things or be on social media and be
Yeah.
doing all sort of things. No.
So
And so,
on that
mm,
note, Auntie Amma,
mm.
how should employers, what tools or technologies can employers use to manage these kind of drawbacks when it comes to maybe employees using company time for their personal things and all that? How can they streamline some of these things?
Okay. Let me add this drawback before I continue. There's also the issue of exposure, where the staff is working in an environment where data and company data and information may be exposed. It's also
Mm,
a drawback. So you are working from anywhere, but you are in Makola inside the Rollins Park there working. The person behind you has used the phone to take shots from your machine. You have staff and customer phone numbers. They pick
Mm-hmm.
them and they start harassing them. Now, in order to get the best from hybrid workplace, you need to first of all have a policy. The HR needs to develop a policy to manage hybrid work. First of all, you are looking at who is eligible, how do they apply for it, when should they apply for it, when can a manager force a staff to work from home or recall a staff working from home to come to the office. All these nitty gritties, how you should use the company's machine, computers, systems, the phone, the apps, whilst you are working from home. It's
Yeah.
important that these are developed, these are put in the policy, and staff are trained on it, managers are trained on it to implement. The second thing is to train managers on how to manage hybrid teams. Most of us were trained to manage people in the office, so we are with them, we see them, and so we are able to easily control what they are doing. Okay, but
Yes.
hybrid work, you have two of them in the office, two at home. How do you manage them? You need to be trained. First of all, when somebody is working from home, processes, unless the company's work is such that the process is also part of the delivery, like no, doctors can't work from home for surgeries. Let me give a typical example. I'll get one. There are some jobs that the process is also the job, so I will monitor. But that in the usual case, when a person is working from home, the manager should look for results, not action activities, not processes. So you are supposed to get me 3 clients a day.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I am looking for. And I'm supposed to get this feedback by 4 p.m. So 2 p.m., I'll send you a quick note. How is it going? How's work going? Are you having any challenges you want me to step in? Then I leave you. So you get the heads up. Then 4 o'clock, I'm taking my 3 clients. If you don't give them to me, then I have an issue. So this
Mm.
brings me back to performance management, where you manage the performance of these people, knowing that one thing you have to do is to clarify your expectations for all of them, whether they are working in the office or home. It's important to take your time to clarify your expectations after the goals have been set. Clarify your expectations, the what you are looking for, the how you want them to do it, the when you want them to give them to you. You
Mm.
need to clarify that, because one thing that has been observed from managing hybrid teams is that those working from home, when you check up on them too much too, it looks like you are overbearing,
Micromanage.
micromanaging,
Yeah.
mistrust is there. So it's important to also train these managers to know how to manage the performance of these people. There's the
Mm.
issue of inclusiveness. Yes, I'm home, but I should feel part of this company. We are
Mm-hmm.
having birthday party. I will not be there to be part. Can my cupcake be visible? Yes. So including these people, showing empathy. You don't just recall somebody working from home or force somebody to go and work in their house. There are certain people they can't work from home because of the type of spouse they have. So
Mm.
you send them, force them to work from home, you are calling for disaster. The well-being you're looking for, you will not get. So if you empathy starts from knowing people,
Yeah.
understanding people. So if the manager knows the team member and the situations they are in, it's easy to help them work from home. And then the issue of trust. In fact, trust, I say, is the bedrock of hybrid work. Because
Mm.
if you trust me, you know that even though you can't see me, even though you can't see what I am doing and how I am doing it, you trust that Yvonne will give you the 3 clients you want at the end of the day. It is
Yeah.
very, very important, the trust issue. And then companies should also invest in technology. You can't allow somebody to work from home and you've given the person the old Etikopo, the big computers to work from. They need a laptop that is versatile, agile to take on your systems, and also the internet bundle that the area they stay in can take. Because if The person is staying in my neighborhood, for example, the internet bundle there cannot take very huge things. So it means that you need to get them either MTN Turbo or some other internet facility that can take huge files or allow them to be in the office system. It's
Mm,
about giving them equipment to communicate so that if your team, your meeting is over Zoom or an office system, they should be able to participate and do all the things that they would have done on that platform if they were in the office. You should
mm,
also focus on information sharing. One of the complaints we get a lot when people are working from home is that when you're not in the office, you don't hear anything.
yeah.
So create a platform where information is shared. And then for every period, whether it's a month, quarter, or weekly, there should be a hybrid president or prefect or rep who makes sure that when information is shared, those working from home also get it. Those
Mm,
working from home know, because it's especially where the staff uses their phone for is their personal phone with the office chip inside. They
mm-hmm.
may miss certain conversations when they are not in the office because a colleague is not there to say, hey, have you seen what HR has put there? There's no colleague
Yeah.
there. They are alone. So this class prefect or representative will call them. Charlie, they say this. So have you seen? Have you heard? Then the person is also brought to speed on it.
Mm,
Then sometimes companies forget that when a staff is working from home, they are still your employee. There are legal implications to so many things when they are working from home. For example, data protection. If they expose a staff's personal data or a client's personal data
mm-hmm.
and it gets into the wrong hands, you can be sued. So you need to check all those things. And that's why certain companies, like I know MasterCard did it. I think British Council also did it. They set up, and then Edify, yeah, Edify Ghana also does it. They will set up an office space in your house for you. So if your
Okay.
house, you have a steady, all the best, they set it up. If you don't have it, they will ask you, do you want it in your bedroom, your kitchen, your hall? Then it is set up like an office space for you. If you decide to go and work at Accra Mall, the policy
Mm,
spells out what you should do to protect the company information and data whilst you are there. So if you go and expose it, you know that issues are coming and you would be in the center of it. So to make sure you benefit from the advantages of hybrid work, a company needs to first of all have
mm,
the policy, train the managers, train the staff, provide the technology for people to work, manage performance in a very different way, make sure there's inclusivity, the empathy, and more importantly, trust.
yeah.
Trusting these people that wherever they are, they will deliver. Now, another thing that I've also shown that uh, it can be used to reduce this drawback is rewarding. When you reward the remote worker of the week or the month,
Mm-hmm.
okay, the person is not in the office, but remotely they've done some exceptional things, you reward them. When people
Yeah.
are working from home, they have that reward at the back of their minds. They will also give you their best, so that it's not always those in the office whose pictures are displayed for being the best worker. We have the in-office best worker, remote work.
Social. Yeah.
And because it may not be consistently that these people work from home and these people work from the office, you can make it a weekly affair so that it can be easily seen that it was whilst Yvonne was working from home that she got the award. It also helps to reduce the drawbacks.
Mm, mm. Great. Thank you very much, Auntie Amma. Very you have simplified this, but for me, how the conversation is going, I can see that hybrid work calls for a lot of commitment from the part of the employer and the employee, looking
Yeah,
at the policies, looking at investing in technology. But in the long run, looking at some of the benefits that you have outlined, it actually benefits both the employer and the employee. And
indeed.
some of the question, yeah, yeah. And I realize sometimes maintaining employee engagement and motivation, you have just spoken about that, how to reward. And I'm sure that's one of the key things that to maintain employee engagement and motivation. But before we go on to the next questions, let me just take some comments in the comment section from our viewers. And I must say that we've had an unprecedented number joining today. I think we've had like close to 150 people joining for today's discussion.
Wow,
Yeah, so thank you
beautiful.
all for joining and thank you all for sharing the link. Let's keep sharing the link. One day we have to get to a 1K people joining, and that will be super.
You will, you
Yeah,
will. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
exactly, exactly. This is a learning platform. So, um, Randolph says our special ama dear Pena. Vera says glad I can finally join. Lucy says it requires discipline. Doris says on point. John says working remotely has increased productivity. Indeed, it has. It has. Vera says very insightful tips. Randolph again says always delightful to listen to Ama Diepena. Lucy says, well said, Yvonne. And Sandra says, thank you, Ma. And Felix says, virtual office management system. And this is coming from uh, Jijom. I hope I got that right. She says,
Jeju.
wow, J Jom. Okay, so J Jom. She says, wow, very insightful. Kezia says, question: how will the company address any challenges related to employee well-being and work-life balance in a hybrid work model? I think Auntie Amma touched on those things, but Auntie Amma, if you want to reiterate those points again to help Kezia.
So sometimes when we are working from home, we forget ourselves, and one of the benefits for the employee is that you are able to balance your life. You are able to be better. So I gave some tips on how I do it. I use
Mm,
my commuting time to exercise, and then every 2 hours, I get up for 15 minutes. Then I have my lunch, 1 full hour. I eat, I rest. I set my alarm anyway, because sometimes those short naps, before you see, you are going to Kintampo when you set for to go to Nsawa. So I set an alarm. When it's 1 o'clock, it goes off. I come back to the machine. And
yeah,
because we use Microsoft Teams, I'm able to state in there that I'm not available. So when I come back, I get it back on green and continue working. When the kids come back from school, I break, interact with them, help with homework for some 30 to 45 minutes, finish and continue work. By 6 p.m., I'm done. I
mm,
close my machine and that's it. Now, in the offices, these are the things that your manager and the HR should be checking. Okay. And so this is also where we tell employees open up. The person will not open up. He will see you and you see the person. And if you are an observant person, you will notice that their outlook is worse than what it was when they were coming to work every day from Adenta.
mm-hmm,
So you can easily know that something is wrong, but others can not will not show it. But it's about opening up. I think I get too much on my hands when I'm working from home. It's not helping
mm,
me to balance my life. And some managers also feel that because when you work from home, you don't do much. Even on weekends, they want to give you work to do. It's also
mm,
about having barriers as an employee, telling your
yeah,
manager, I'm already handling two things. If you don't mind, I will do it, but you won't get it today.
mm-hmm,
You will not get it today. It's a professional sign of yours. Instead of taking it and not delivering on time, it's better to let your manager know it's not possible now. You will
mm,
get it at some other time. Because sometimes, because we are home, we think we can work through to 12 midnight and then
yeah,
start again the next morning. After some time, you will break down. And then
that,
it's also about when I talked about inclusiveness, this
mm,
health, mental well-being, physical well-being, you get companies doing morning yoga routines
yeah,
online for those working from home. Some people will not join because they think HR is disturbing them. It's all part of the physical well-being. Sometimes HR can share certain foods you shouldn't eat so much, the oily stuff, and
yeah,
sit for long. Reducing your coffee intake at home
mm-hmm,
because you think you're home, you just be drinking the coffee just like that. And then make sure you drink water At least every 45 minutes, you should get a glass of water into your system. Get up to use the washroom. People are working from home and they will be sitting down until somebody comes there before they will remember that they now want to pee because
Yeah.
they wanted to finish a report. So somebody mentioned that self-discipline is one of the things you need to do for yourself if you are working from home. And
Mm,
remember, working from home for the employee, you want to show credibility in the absence of your manager. So I'm
mm,
home. Nobody is there to check me what I'm using the office machine for, what I'm using my phone for, what I am doing. Because probably I'm on my farm. There was once like that. I was in my hometown in my cousin's farm and I was working. Okay. But
yeah.
I need to show credibility so that if something goes wrong and they say we are doing video call, I won't have to hide or create an imaginary background to deceive them.
Yeah.
So your credibility is also at stake. So very, very important. If you don't have these shadows, these barriers, this self-discipline, work from home will not benefit you, the employer and of employee. And of course, the employer will also not benefit when you are not giving your best. Never.
Right, right. Credibility. Employees must show a high level of credibility in order to ensure that the high stakes are got from working from home or hybrid working. Thank you very much, Antiama. Let me quickly go back to the question comment section again. So I want to encourage every one of you joining. Once again, this is the HR Roundtable, your most authoritative HR discourse online. And we are here talking with Yvonne Redu Akpabli, aka Ama Adiepena, on the
You will
topic.
live long.
Hey, amen. On the topic hybrid work management. It's been very insightful so far, and I can tell that from the comments as well. So if you just joined in, if you have any question, any contribution, do well to share with us in the comment section. If you are here and you have a story to tell about hybrid work, how it has benefited you and your employer, or otherwise, you can just drop it in the comment section and I'll certainly read it out. I want to say once again that this program is proudly brought to you by the HR Certification Center. The HR Certification Center is into leadership and HR development. Our flagship program, the International HR Certification Programs, runs for 6 months, and after the 6 months, you become a certified HR. At the moment, we are taking registrations for takeoff on 9th September. So we'll quickly go in for a word from our sponsors, the HR Certification Center, and then we'll come back, take your questions, and round up today's discussion. So kindly stay tuned in.
53% of the world's leading multinational companies prefer certified professionals because they tend to be committed to higher standards and ethics and maintain an informed intercultural competency. Whether you're seeking to build a career or to upgrade your HR professional career, you need to get trained and certified at the HR Certification Center today. Our experience in training and certifying HR professionals is unparalleled. We're trusted to offer a comprehensive portfolio of advanced professional credentials for the HR professionals worldwide, and today, more than 500,000 HR professionals worldwide in 125 plus countries proudly maintain our credentials as a mark of higher professional distinction. HR Certification Center. Call or WhatsApp today on 0244 122 855.
Right. Thank you all for staying tuned in. We are back. And let me quickly add this that on Saturday, which is the 29th of July, we'll be organizing our information section. So if you have any questions about the international HR certifications, you can just join into our information session. It will be live on Zoom. If you need any information on it, you can just call 0244 122 855. The number again is 0244 122 855. You can send them a WhatsApp message and they'll send you all the details you need to join our Zoom information session. Um, yes, so it's starting at 4 p.m. on Saturday. So I can see some questions coming in. Kezia is saying, certainly, I understand completely. Thank you very much. And Abba says, companies should really consider the hybrid mode of working. Yes, they will consider it. I'm sure that they have the drawbacks are some of the things that make them think twice. But I think that with time we would all have to evolve. And I
Yeah.
think Antiama gave a very staggering statistics that about
Yeah, the
57% of
57%,
yeah,
yeah, will quit because it's full time.
yeah,
It's full
yeah.
time.
So
Yeah.
they'll be forced to do it.
And it's not they will be forced.
Yeah.
Every company wants the best from their people. So if we, the employees, when we work from home, we
Hmm.
give them the results they are looking for, even exceed their expectations, why not?
That's
Okay.
true.
Because we should understand a lot of the managers we have now are traditional managers who were trained to manage people they see. So
Mm,
they are a bit hesitant managing you from anywhere.
yeah.
There was once somebody approached me that he met a staff who is supposed to work from home in Ghana, Accra, at
Mm,
Tesla in UK. So they are
wow.
going to dismiss her. I said, why are you dismissing her? The person says work from home.
Yeah.
Where is home?
Yeah.
Where is home?
It should
While
be
she's
output
there.
based, not
Thank
physical
you. You
presence.
didn't even notice she's not in Ghana if you had not met her because she was giving you all the results you needed.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes.
Right. Right.
So our credibility as employees, giving results, meeting and exceeding expectations, it's important to sustain this new way of work.
Mm,
Yes, there are advantages to the company. Now, most companies are not investing in space because why should I expand my office or buy a bigger space when I can make half of the people work from home and
yeah.
half I create one big space? Anytime you come, you sit here to work where
Hmm.
it's allowed.
Yeah.
Okay, why do I want to do that and also incur cost on ECG and water and that's another discussion for another time because some companies will tell you it doesn't reduce cost. It does if you do it in the right way.
Yeah.
So if I want to benefit from you working from home, I should get
Mhm.
something in return. So the credibility is very, very important, Kwabna.
Yeah.
Very, very
Yeah.
important.
Very important. So this is coming from Vera. She says that hello, Madam Amma. Please, how do you get employees whose job role entails interfacing with customers like the receptionist or front office personnel on the hybrid working system?
It reminds me once when my driver said he wants to work from home. I said, how do you work from home as a driver?
I
So
do,
there are
right?
some jobs you can't do remotely.
Mm,
There are some jobs, that's the 15%. It can't be done remotely. For example, if you are in the mining sector, you are the one who goes underground. How do you work from home?
you can't dig
Are
from
you
home.
going from your home to the tunnel? It's not possible.
Yeah.
So if a person is somebody who receives the few visitors who come in, they cannot work from home.
Mhm.
However, in Ghana, people see work from home as a benefit. So you can rotate it, whereby this week, Yvonne, you will deal with our telephone clients. So you will work from home, and then when the calls come, you pick and then attend to them in the system for us. Then you rotate it so that they all get that benefit. Sometimes when you do that, they themselves realize that it's difficult doing this at home. So I prefer to be in the office. I don't want to do work from home anymore.
Mhm.
Still in that area, to ensure fairness and equity, you need to create some mini holidays for such people so that they don't feel left out. Because if it is in Ghana, waking up in the morning through that traffic can be hectic,
I
as
tell you.
well as going back. So that person who is coming in every day because of the nature of their work is
Mhm.
not getting that. So you can decide that, okay, for the first half of the year, if your work is such that you can't work from home, we are giving you 2 additional leave days or 2 days. Just take it
Yeah.
as a reward. Then it brings a certain fairness and satisfaction. Other than that, even though their job does not permit them to work from home, they will start complaining.
Mm,
They will
mm.
start
Right.
complaining.
Right. Thank you very much, Vera. I'm sure your question has been answered. So let me go to Irefua. She says, I have a question. You touched on setting up an office space in the homes of remote workers for security purposes. So, in the case of international remote workers, how will they go about setting up the office space?
Good. So with some of these international rules, They either give you the fund to do it, or in policy, you are to ensure their data and information is secure. I mean,
Mm,
this comes back to ethics. Professionals, we are supposed to be ethical.
mm,
You sitting in that pub, drinking your beer, 1931, and working, ask yourself, is it safe? I won't do social media in public. How much more office work in public? So, whether you are set up or not, whether the company does it or not, you need to have that ethical mindset to protect your company's information and data, not just because it has legal implication, but it has an impact on your career as a professional.
mm.
Okay. So in the few I've encountered, either they set it up or they help you set it up by giving you the funds. Or in just now, somebody WhatsApp me that he was giving genset because the area he was operating from, the lights used to go off a lot. So the
Wow.
company gave him a genset that he had to pay over a period. Now it's for him. But of course, you can't call the office and say you couldn't do the work because ECG visited you. Yes.
Yeah.
So it all depends. And this is where the empathy of the company comes in. This is also where the inclusiveness comes in and your own professionalism. So
Mm,
you are working from Bangladesh for a company in UK. They are not there to set you up. You don't have space. Does it mean you would expose your work or their information? No. You will still find a small space. Yes, some of us in the beginning we sat on our bed to work. The pillow was the table, and then we work. But as
yeah.
time goes on, you will see that it does not help, which also
Yeah.
comes back to the well-being, where the HR is supposed to be, or the safety and health officer is supposed to be sharing this information on where to sit to make sure your back is not injured, your waist, you don't
Mm,
damage it, and your eyes, and all those things, making sure
yeah.
that you have some light wherever you are working, there's enough ventilation for you, and stretch and all those things. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when it also comes in.
Great. Great. Another one too is coming from Kezia. She says that how will the company handle training and professional development for remote employees? That is training employees again or undergoing retraining.
So for now, the interface, whether it's Microsoft Teams, StreamYard, Zoom, can be used to do this training. Now, hybrid work does not really change much of what we do. So training needs assessment. If you use your performance appraisal, your questionnaire, whatever means you use, you send it to those working from home to complete. And
Hmm.
these days, most companies use the HR information system. So through
Yeah.
the system, your needs are assessed. Your money is forwarded to your manager to review and approve. It's forwarded to HR to now implement. So tomorrow we are having a training on customer service,
Hmm.
effective customer service delivery. You've been nominated. It is being done in the office, but you are working from home. So the office connects you via Teams to participate in it. So you are being trained, you are being developed. Nothing
Mm,
stops. Yes, nothing stops. Yeah. Just that depending on the nature of the course and the objective of the training, there may be times that you are working from home, but you'll be asked to come for a face-to-face kind of
mm,
meeting. For example, if it's a team bonding training, you want the people to be there to see each other, know each other, and bond. Before now, you separate them online. Because if I don't know you well and we meet online, you agree with
yeah,
me, the interaction is different from when I know you and we meet.
that's
So
true.
some of the WhatsApp platforms you have, you see that certain people really gel because
Hmm.
they know themselves face to face before online. Yeah.
Online. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it doesn't stop anything. It should be ongoing, just as if the person was in the office. Yeah.
Great, great. Thank you so much for your responses. I can tell again from the comments, people are so excited. Around says, thank you very much for the explanation, much appreciated. Can see a lot of thank you saying this is very insightful. I see a few questions too that we have to answer, but time is not on our side. We try to keep these conversations within an hour So what we'll do is we'll probably have another section because there are a few more announcements that I have to give. The center is organizing a special event this September, and I'm just going to put it on the screen in 1 minute. So those who know us know about our HR's walk that we do once every year in September. And this year we are going camping. So
Yay!
we did a poll on LinkedIn, and we asked where we'd want to go, and a lot of people chose camping. So there's going to be corporate camping experience
Mm-hmm.
from the 2nd to the 3rd of September. It's going to be
Let
at
me
Ebri
look.
Eco Resort. So we'll be sleeping in tents. We'll be having movies under the stars. We'll be having
Whoa.
to be a one night stay in the tent, to be full of fun and events. We'll have hiking, we'll have waterfall viewing, we'll go into the waterfalls, we'll have bonfires, we'll have movie nights, we'll have board games. It's going to be amazing. So, for everyone here, whether you're an HR or not, you are all invited. As long as you can read this, you are invited irrespective of where you come from. You are all invited. So the fee is a 500 Ghana cedis only, and
Very
if you want
affordable.
superly affordable, if you want to be part of this, just call the number 020 800 7585. I'll take it again: 020 800 7585. 7585. So call the number, register, and let's meet on the 2nd of September. So we'll be taking off at the National Banking College at exactly 6 a.m. on the 2nd of September. And then we'll be coming back around noon on the 3rd of September. If you've not had fun the whole year, this is the time for you to have some fun. So
Mm-hmm.
please tell a friend to tell a friend. We'll post the artwork on all our social media platforms. You can download it, share on all your platforms, and it's going to be amazing. Wow, I can see the comments. Wow, I appreciate. Nice program, nice. Won't wow, expect me there. Great, great. I like this kind of comments. Expect me there. Yeah. Let's get those comments coming in. All right. So we're rounding up. A quick reminder on Saturday for all those HR practitioners here who want to gain that international appeal, who want to gain that professional, most of all, international appeal because of the Internet of Things. The world has become increasingly a global village. You can now have the world in your palm. You can be in Ghana, be working in other countries, US, UK, Rwanda, anywhere, and our certification is recognized in over 152 countries. So this is something that you should get as an HR practitioner. So if you want to know more, join us on Saturday from 4 to 5 p.m. We'll be live on Zoom. We have the artwork on our platforms. Um, the details is there, or you can just WhatsApp or call this number 0244 122 855. Wow, this is an interesting comment. Let me try to pronounce the name. Neelam. I hope I got it right. She says, I'm from India. Wow, Neelam, thank you for joining all the way from India. We hope you can come for our camping experience. It would be great to have you. Right. So, Antiama, your closing remarks, and then we'll call it a wrap.
Okay, I see my senior here. Jennifer, thanks for joining. This is awesome. That's City FM's HR. My senior.
Wow, super.
It's amazing. Yeah, beautiful. So, hybrid work, that is some of your people working from home or any location, others working in the office, has come to stay.
Mm,
Now, companies are recalling people, but research has also shown that people don't want such jobs anymore. Even though I want to work in the office, I prefer to have that option when I need it. And for women, it's a must, especially young women who want to have families, and even older women who have aged or aging parents. You want to be
mm,
home to be sure the nurse is treating your aged mother well. And
yeah.
these are the issues that brings the empathy aspect of managing a hybrid team to fore. You need to
Mm,
know your team members. Who are they? Where do they stay? What are their peculiar personal issues? What are their aspirations, their ambitions? So that if I come to tell you I'm going to Britain for a month's holiday, I want to use my 2 weeks leave, and the other 2 weeks I want to work from home, and my work permits, you should allow me to go. And I want to emphasize on the issue of the credibility and giving results. When you are working from home, same as working in the office, you also need to be trusted. So give results. Let the company find value in you so that when you are working from home, they know you will still give value. It is a sad thing for an employee to be away for 3 days and nobody knows you are absent. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's like you've carried a job home, but just your presence should be felt that if you were here, this and that would happen. And I'm talking positive things. So let's make sure we do that. The HR practitioners here, let's look at policies, let's look at technology, let's look at building the skills of these people. In fact, the three key skills these people need is time management. They also need analytical researching and UX design. That is ability to use these systems and platforms to work. Because
Yeah.
some people don't know how to even attend meetings on Zoom. When you say clap, they unmute and clap their hands. So that's little I'll end with this afternoon. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And thank you all for the feedback. I'm feeling good right here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Auntie Amma. Thank you for ending on that interesting note. Say they should clap on Zoom, they will meet and clap. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of the points that Auntie Amma made that I would like to reiterate is train managers on managing hybrid teams. Just having this discussion alone is not enough. You can contact Auntie Amma with H4 Factor. They can come in to train your managers on hybrid team management, and these things are going to go a long way to help your outfit stand out, and most importantly, bring out good employee engagement. And there's one thing that I read about employee engagement means or investing or training employees. It says you should train employees so that as long as they are with you, you get the best from them. So if you are investing in training them, means that as long as they are with you, you get the best from them. If you do not train them, the long time they stay with you, they're not necessarily beneficial to you as a firm. So let's invest in training. Let's you can contact Auntie Amma H4 Factor. Auntie Amma, I don't know if you want to put out your information. Anyone who wants to get in touch with you for your services. Auntie Amma, are you here? Okay. All right.
Sorry, I
So-
was muted.
Uh-huh.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. So you can reach out to H4 Factor via 027 984 2335, 027 984 2335, or 059 8957 323. The 027 is on WhatsApp. So any WhatsApp calls, everything, you can reach us. You can also visit our website and then we can take it up from there. Thank you, Kwabna.
Okay, thank you, Auntie Amma. So thank you all for joining. I think this has been one of our successful HR roundtables. We had at a point 152 people joining in live. Thank you all for all those who shared the link. Thank you very much, and keep connecting with us. Let's connect with each other. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. My name is Kwabena Nyameche Dapa. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. Connect with the HR Certification Center as well, so that any other time we have programs running, you'll be notified. This HR roundtable is played every week. Every week we have a discussion going on, so you can just follow us so that you get live notifications when we go live. So thank you very much. Do have a great week. Okay, I was going to say weekend. My week actually ends today, so do have a great weekend and enjoy. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye, Kwabna.
Bye.
93% of the world's leading multinational companies prefer certified professionals because they tend to be committed to higher standards and ethics and maintain an informed intercultural competency. Whether you're seeking to build a career or to upgrade your HR professional career, you need to get trained and certified at the HR Certification Center today. Our experience in training and certifying HR professionals is unparalleled. We're trusted to offer a comprehensive portfolio of advanced professional credentials for the HR professionals worldwide, and today, more than 500,000 HR professionals worldwide in 125 plus countries proudly maintain our credentials as a mark of higher professional distinction. HR Certification Center. Call or WhatsApp today on 0244 122 855.